a star-studded cast of people tonight with us. To start out with the return of Joel Bolstein, aka Two Fly High Side.
Hey.
That's right, the GM
Joe
of
Bol.
Indigo. And we also have Owen Miller, aka DJ Thriller. Yeah, man. As well as starting Wednesday with us from the Indigo fam. Yeah, excited to have you guys. Also, I'll let Sarah introduce our other guests.
Oh my God, girl! Bring your beautiful mouth over here. She's got a pretty mouth. So this is my cosmic sister, Charesa. Her name is Teresa. Hey, Soul Fam.
What up?
So basically, she's everything that you need in your life. So I want to say really quickly before we dive into the show itself that whenever I started my healing journey and kind of spiritual path, she's the one that helped me the whole way through and absolutely inspired me and motivated me, and to this day, encourages me to be my best and, only accept the best and stuff like that. So she's a... how was it?
I am a Mayan guide with a mystery school located in Denver called Oshlahu Ochochtitskeen. It is the House of the 13 Eagles, guided by an amazing woman named Natalie Cruz. I have been doing that and walking that path for just about almost 6 years now. And I also am just moving along my path and finding my divine purpose. It's who I am and what I've always provided for people around me. And when I came across the mystery school and Natalie, she really opened up the doors for me to really fall into me and who I am. So I do study Mayan cosmology. I also do energy work. I am a Reiki master. A lot of different things. I don't like to put too many titles on myself because I'm just me, and I bring what I bring to whoever is. We're blessed enough to connect with each other. So yeah,
Yes.
Thank you for the introduction.
So in other words, she's a beacon of light, and y'all better fucking pay attention.
Cue the
Appreciate all
angels.
of you guys being with us for sure.
Cue the angels.
That was good.
All right, so to start out with, let's Indigo. Let's talk a little bit about Joel and Owen. I know you guys kind of started this thing together, so how about y'all tell us a little bit more of your story and how this whole Indigo thing came about, how you guys decided to start the Audio Terps tour, things like that.
Yeah, Owen's the man. I remember he came up to me with the idea, and to see it come to life, man, it's just, a blessing to be a part of it. It's just the guy right here.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to my business partner, Josh Foley, who I also started the company with. Big shout out to Josh.
Hey.
JFoley0711 on Instagram. He's my business partner, and we started Indigo about 6 years ago. Joel joined us shortly after we started, and he's been rocking with us ever since. And I've known Joel ever since I first moved out to Colorado, just through DJing, and he used to do the Thursday Theory every Thursday in Pueblo with all the hip-hop acts, and actually that's how I know you.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, full circle.
Word, say word. That's what's up.
But
Yeah, Owen's from Texas too, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Hey.
brother!
Yeah, we
That's
got
why.
some Texas folks in here
That's
today.
why we're brothers.
yes, I lived in Austin and Houston for many years.
Okay, so
Okay.
you know what the fuck time it is. We have the best goddamn hip hop
And food.
out there.
And food.
Poppin' in
Motherfucker.
Texas
Hell
right
yeah.
now.
And the
That's
food is
what
still
I've
Our
cheap
Mexican
down there.
is
That's
crazy.
It is so frustrating to
Yes.
fucking go
I'm
down
trying
there
to
and be
get
able to
out
eat
there.
full meals for cheap,
Do
and
it.
then you come up here and you know.
Some big ass
Yeah,
tacos,
chicken wings are
bro.
too damn bad.
Dude, I'm talking fucking fat. And it's homemade tortillas. So they're so fucking good. And in Texas, dude, we're eating that shit for breakfast. Like all the meals have tortillas on the side.
Hell yeah, it's
But it has to be homemade or it's fucking bullshit. But I'm telling you, go to Tejas in
I'm
San
going.
Antonio.
Going.
It is It's a taco place, and dude, I would get carne guisada with potato and cheese, my fat ass, and egg, cheese, and potato.
If y'all couldn't tell, she loves
every
food.
morning. Every
She
morning,
loves talking about
bro.
Texas food.
Last time I
I
was here,
came
we
here-
talked about
That's
food for
right.
like
So why is it
Oh,
that
right.
Get her
Colorado
going
doesn't
on
know what a
Food from
breakfast
Texas,
taco
you're on.
is?
I don't.
It's only burritos,
that
never
are
tacos.
shit. That are shit ass tortillas. That
Yeah.
are thin paper weird shit.
Like it's like
Oh,
they've
he's-
never heard
No,
of
they're
it.
not
It's like
tacos. They're
wontons.
burritos. They're not
Yeah.
tacos.
How are you being deprived of tacos in Pueblo? I have questions of where you're eating at.
Actually, you know, there's
Where's
not
the
really a
breakfast
joint where you can
tacos?
go get breakfast tacos.
Where's the breakfast tacos?
Right.
There's
Where's the
only breakfast
tacos?
burritos and they're smothered in green chili, which
Dude,
not to hate. but,
It's
you know.
proper as fuck. And even Taco Cabana. If you're just trying to do some like quick run through fucking cheap
Yeah.
American shit, dude, that hits too. The box of tacos, bro.
The box.
It looks like a fucking pizza box, but it's a whole thing of tacos. It's a whole row.
That's when you know you right next door to Mexico.
You get a box.
That's what I'm saying. It's right next to Mexico,
We're
so you
blessed.
get the best
Yes,
of the best.
dude.
And I mean, not
The
to hate on
best.
The
Colorado.
tacos
My
thin
mouth
out, the
is-
more north you go.
Real shit.
Yes.
Straight paper in North
Little
Dakota. dog. But no, that's cool. So Texas roots for you, Owen. So I'm assuming that brought a lot of the love of music, and that kind of brought you into
Yes,
DJing, right?
yes, and you know, we used to grow down there, and of course that was rolling a lot of dice. Because still, if you get busted in Texas for cannabis, you can still get the book thrown at you even nowadays. Yeah, me and my business partner both used to grow indoor down there, and that's actually one of the reasons why Audio Terps started, is because we would play music inside of the grows to try to muffle the sound of all the fans and everything going on. So if somebody was to walk by and listen, all they would hear is maybe some classical music bumping inside of the grow room.
Oh, I love that.
That's kind of how it started. But also just because, you know, my business partner and I just used to roll around and listen to good music and blaze together.
That's so cool.
And then, you know, of course, years later, we started the DJ sets inside of the grow.
That's it.
Audio
They
Now,
Terps.
were you
realized
already
the
a DJ
frequencies.
when you started the?
Yeah, I was already a DJ long before we started the company, and then I used to see like the Boiler Room DJ sets on YouTube and whatnot. And just one time I was like, you know, that would be sick just to do it in the grow room. And then like the very first video we posted, it got like 1 million views, and our Instagram blew up to like 75,000 followers over a couple
Jeez.
month period.
Yeah.
And then they started shadow banning and fucking deleting accounts for cannabis right around that time. So we lost that account. Totally never could get it back. We fought to try to get it back, but we couldn't. And then we started another Instagram and you know, built that one up, and of course that got deleted as well. So
They be hating on that.
No, for sure, man. And what sucks is they put it through algorithm now. It's not even judged by an actual person, so it's, you know, it's very hard to argue with a computer system that's being told strict parameters to,
yeah.
you know, not go through. So,
So right now we're sitting at about, you know, 4,000 followers, which isn't a lot, but they're all grassroots organic followers. You know, it's just, we're just gonna keep putting it out no matter what, so.
Yeah, it's growing, you know what I mean? He shares stuff on his personal account, I share stuff on mine. We just try to get the Indigo brand out there, you know. especially
So
when
you, I'm like totally unfamiliar with any of this.
Yeah,
So you're playing music in your grow rooms? Is
yeah,
that
for
what
the,
you're saying?
for the plants basically.
That
And
is
then we
so
do, like,
awesome.
We do
Trying to
video
make videos.
sets with guest DJs, and they come through, and then we load the full sets on YouTube.
That's so dope, because where my mind goes when I hear something like that, I hear, so these plants are already alive and they already carry a frequency and they're already encoded with these, you know, magical things that connect with our bodies. But when
Yes.
you're attuning them with different styles of music and different
Yes.
types of music, then plants are just
Yeah.
coming more to life. So anybody that is consuming, connecting with, you know, using it medicinally, recreationally, whatever it may be, they are getting something that nobody else is offering. That is so fucking dope.
Thank you.
Especially because it's
That
like
is
a
so
live
fucking
setup,
dope.
you know, the desk and the type of music you play.
The type of
also.
music is gonna change the frequency of the
Exactly.
plant.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's playing some heavy metal, Josh will be like, "Yo, the plants don't like that."
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna be all stressed out and shit, all
Well,
tight
that's
and
cool.
Although
shit.
to me, it's all about just the energy
Yes.
that that are around the plants, and it's not even necessarily what music it is. I think it's they're gonna like anything.
Anything. I mean, they're gonna connect with that specific
Yeah.
frequency, whatever's for them. Just like
Yeah.
us, you know,
Yeah.
we're gonna connect with that specific
But
thing
at the
that's for
same
us.
time, we are picky over there, and we don't just want anything.
Well, that's what I love about you guys is you guys are all music heads already.
Yeah.
So to put that along with good weed too, it's like fucking. Why
Oh,
wouldn't
you're
it be a
changing the
fucking
game with
fabulous
that.
There's
product?
definitely
So
been
dope.
scientific studies on music and plants and how they react to music and all that, and we're strong believers in that.
And so you're also balancing out the energies from anybody that's going to come in contact with them throughout the development, the grow process. That's so dope.
It's very evident in
I
the weed.
commend you for that. That is so
They
cool.
play music every single day in there. We have boom boxes pretty much in
And they
every
listen
room.
on all their pre-rolls and
Audio
stuff too.
That is
But
so
the next
dope.
thing though is to
Dude,
actually
fuck
have
with that.
speakers in every single room, and because we're in our Colorado Springs grow, which we now have a retail location in Colorado Springs in Old Colorado City. Check it out.
Indigo Band.
Indigo Band Shop. Hopefully it's going recreational this year, but
Yes,
we
sir.
have a grow there as well. So when you walk into the retail area, you see the plants growing. It's a show and grow. So whenever we do have DJs and performers and artists come in, people will see that. And so we're gonna have like a full-on speaker system in the grow and in the retail area as well. So you'll be able to.
I'm wondering if
So
you do
sick.
like a time lapse and you slow it down or speed it up, what the plant's movement is with the kind of music that you're
And you
playing.
do see it. You
It's
see,
probably
movement
dancing.
of the plants.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
So you speed
It would
up
be
like
cool
Right.
to like play music the whole time the time lapse is going. And
Yeah,
see at the
to
end.
see how it
Yeah.
moves
See
to
if they, like,
different.
groove
Yeah.
We've done a lot
That
of
is so
time lapse
cool.
too, where we're harvesting, you know what I mean? And we're moving the plants out of the flower room.
You see the
and
way
it-
they're-
Yeah, you can see just how fast we just get the work done. And then on the YouTube channel, you see the live sets of the DJs performing in the grows. What's the Indigo channel? It's on
Yeah,
YouTube.
the Indigo is under Indigo Colorado on YouTube, and also our Instagram is Audio Terps 1.
Following.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow the fuck
I
out of that
know.
shit.
Follow
Yeah,
me.
because the playlists are dope. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just.
Honestly, that's what I love about it too. Is I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with DJ Joe K, but he has a thing called Selection Radio.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, international DJ platform where he crate searches across the world for songs that are fitting this one vibe, and he does it 3-hour sessions like every day. So I mean, there's literally archives of cool ass music that I've discovered from across the world I would have never touched if I didn't listen to this guy's DJ mix.
Yeah,
So,
there's times where
and that's what you guys remind me of, for sure. Yeah, so I
We have a
think
lot of
that
dope
was
ass
really
guest
cool.
DJs roll through. We just had DJ J1 out from the East Coast swing through. He came from out of state just to come play for the plants, and he fucking absolutely murdered it. Highly recommend checking out that mix.
Even like a lot of local DJs, we've had Gravity come
Yeah.
out and do a set with us. Everybody out here in the spring.
shout out Gravity.
DJ Gravity.
DJ Gravity, Cisco Rockwell from Denver, DJ AL,
Yeah.
DJ Notch from Denver, all the sick ass DJs from Denver, and yeah.
No, I love it.
That's a blessing for both the plants and whoever's DJing it for
Yeah,
there.
it's
That's
just sort of
so
our
cool.
way of marketing,
Energetic
and
exchange.
also, just we love music.
It's
so-
exciting even for the workers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever we have a guest DJ, it's like, oh, what are they gonna play? You know what I mean? So,
Definitely.
That is really cool.
We've done some guest sets like in the trim room as well, like while people are trimming.
And that's really cool, man. And I can't wait to see how big that gets. Because, like I said, I feel like there's not a lot of people who. I mean, I'm sure there's people that play for the plants, but not the way y'all are doing it, not the platform.
yeah, it's not often you walk into a dispensary, medical rec, whatever, see a view of the plants actually growing through a window, and then a DJ, and they're
The
just
DJ actually fucking cut it up, exactly, straight up. And that's, as one of the 5 elements of hip hop, I'm super into that. So, congrats on the original idea, and I hope that just continue to be fruitful with you guys in that sense.
Yeah, we're gonna get you guys out there, do a little tour.
Hey, we need to do that ASAP.
Wow,
Do an
when is-
audio Terps
When is
set.
Sarah going to sing for the plant?
We are doing the audio, so you just mentioned it right now. Audio Terps set, y'all heard it here first. We are doing that shit soon.
I'm like, when is she
Yeah.
singing for the plants?
Yeah, you already know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. We'd love to have
Actually,
you guys come out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
All right,
We gotta
for sure.
make that fucking happen ASAP.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Yes,
Um,
it's time.
While we are on the subject of Indigo, we also have another guest with you guys, so I want to talk a little bit about starting Wednesday. So,
How close do we have to be to these mics?
we're actually picking you up pretty good right now.
Whose is this?
Okay.
Yeah,
Is this yours?
yeah, so
Check.
as long as you guys continue to
Say
project,
what?
you should
Is
be
this your
good.
stuff?
No.
You might have to speak a little bit louder than
That's
you should,
nobody.
to be honest with you, because you're pretty soft spoken. Yeah, it's a little bit. So, starting Wednesday, what is the meaning behind the name? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how your beginnings were set?
Yeah, for sure. So starting Wednesday, it was basically just it started with the fact that I'm born on Wednesday, and I like Wednesday Addams, so I kind of wanted to flip Wednesday in some ways, and so I was just running through names in my head, and I was like, you know, I was born on Wednesday, and just call it starting Wednesday because that's when I started. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it just started from there. I just wanted to, you know, I grew up freestyling at house parties, doing hip hop, rapping.
What?
And I kind of wanted to do something a little more vulnerable and emotional that I didn't want to do in a hip hop format. I wanted to do it more in a different way. I wanted to challenge myself, so I started producing my own beats, you know, playing a lot of synthesizers. A lot of my stuff's got that retro 80s synth sound, so
Badass.
I just wanted to flip up my style and challenge myself to feel like a real songwriter, so started writing songs. I've been an engineer for since I'm 12 years now. I started 2009, so I'm really heavy into the audio engineering end of it, you know, spend hours on the mix, just tweaking everything, jumping through EQs, limiters.
You gotta give us some of that so we can play it.
No, we got some already, so we gonna play some later on tonight. Make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. Your process when it comes to these, starting from an engineer, I'm assuming you did that first, then went into the music side, or was it the other way around, or how did that
It
work?
was kind of all at the same time. Basically, you know, growing up doing music, there wasn't nobody I could depend on to record me, and so I got Pro Tools and just, you know, before YouTube was big, I had to learn a lot of stuff just on my own, just trial and error. You know, when we first used to record, we didn't even know you could do different tracks, so we would do a whole song in one track, you know, 3-minute takes, and so I just always wanted to challenge myself. A lot of my friends are, you know, let's say critics, just, you know,
Yeah.
like my man here, he'll talk shit and I'll be all pissed, but then I'll go back in the studio and I'll work harder on the mix, alright, I'm gonna make this shit slap, you know, so I'll go in there and just, you know, so yeah, just not being able to rely on people, so just pushing myself to learn everything, and then, you know, once YouTube came so big, I just fully got into it. I was gonna go to school for it, and I was like, man, I could just learn all this stuff on YouTube, so I went to YouTube Community College for a few years and just learned all this shit, you know, and then started getting professional sounding mixes that I could put out on Spotify and streaming, and just, you know what I mean, I want my shit to come on and with Taylor Swift or whoever, and then it just sounds like it belongs.
Automatically,
It's not
right,
oh,
right.
what's this shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, I think that's cool, and I think, you know, there's another thing to be said about you taking constructive criticism even when you're trying to close yourself off from outside influence, you know what I mean? So I think that's good to still be able to find people that you can get that tough love from, and, you know, still be able to build your sound and kind of your brand a little bit better.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Shout out your YouTube, would you?
my YouTube is Starting Wednesday, and then my Instagram is Starting Wednesday is here. Yeah, I need them followers.
We actually just put out a video recently of one of his more recent songs, and I mean, I was kind of excited being out there again, you know, doing music again, kind of directing it quite a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did you have prior directing experience before this, or just something you just kind of took on as a protege kind of experience?
Well, I have a friend who does videography, and he was trying to, you know, get some more footage. So I was like, well, let's do a video. You know what I mean? I got an idea for a video. We'd go shoot it downtown, and we had this new song that he had just put out. So we were like, yeah, let's do it now. You know what I mean? 'Cause this song needs to get out there, and we're going hard with that song for like the whole summer.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
that's definitely a banger to check out on YouTube.
That's what's up.
Bang bang.
Like I said, we're definitely gonna
Shut me
come
down.
back and definitely gonna come back and make sure we check out some of Starry Wednesday's tracks a little bit later on tonight. Before we take our first break of the night, I do want to talk a little bit to Chatties. I can't pronounce it the way they say it. I can't roll my R's, so I want to let that know. Disclaimer to everyone at home. Only reason why I
You
didn't
could just
continue
say
my minor in Spanish.
It's Sharisa. That's how you say my name.
Sharisha.
Yes. So boom, look, you did it.
Sharisha.
Oh
With
God.
an H. Sharisha.
Y'all need to open your teeth.
No.
This
All right.
Sharisha.
I got it.
Charesa.
So in your spiritual path, I'm assuming a lot of trials and tribulations kind of go into that.
Oh yeah.
What would you say was like the biggest shift for you in terms of like deciding that like, hey, this is the person I'm going to continue to be?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how this whole journey has unfolded for me specifically. I really, was just growing up, living my life, doing what I had to do every single day, kind of, stuck on fight or flight like a lot of other people are in this world. And I really just started looking for meaning. Like there's something more. I feel something more, so there's something more to this reality. And I've always been, somewhat, I guess you could say, on the gifted side. I've always connected with the things that we don't see here, and always been really in tune with myself and my higher self. And so I guess the big turning point was back in 2016. I had been going through some situations with my husband at the time. He's still my husband.
Hey,
shout out,
husband.
Shout out to
Shout
my
out,
babe
honey.
Alex. But we had been going through some things, and like I said, I just found myself in a really dark place. And I think just as we're growing in our personal evolution, we can all say that there's been times in our lives, a certain age or certain something that's happened that is just like propelled us out into this bigger, like, oh shit, it isn't that, it's this, something has changed. So right around that time, like I said, it was 2016, I had reached out to a close friend of mine that actually, she's a priestess, and she has been walking the path for a little over 12 years. I knew her growing up. We both grew up in Pueblo, in the struggle, partying, doing all the shit. And I really looked up to her. And so I messaged her and I said, I need a healing. I had no idea what the hell that was.
By the way, she's given us
She's
healing.
giving us healings, by the
And
way.
she's cleansed our family and home.
Yes, and I thank you for allowing me to do that. So I reached out to her and I said, I need a healing. Like I said, I didn't know what that was. She invited me to her space. I went into this room, laid on this massage table, and closed my eyes. And for the first time, I seen color with my eyes closed. I seen color, and I felt something that was inside of me instead of something that I had put inside of me. Drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So I actually felt something, and after my session, I felt like just a lift off of my body, and I felt different. I had even took a picture driving up there, and I remember telling everybody, I feel like I'm on robot mode. Like, I'm not driving this vehicle. I don't know if you guys have ever done that,
Yeah.
but when you're on your purpose, for some reason, there's something else leading you into that space, it's you, but there's something else there driving, right? So I had taken a picture before and after, and I remember, comparing these pictures like I was two different people. Anyways, needless to say, after that healing, I was like, I want more of that. I want more of that. Shortly after that, I was introduced to my teacher, my guide, Natalie, through a women's ceremony. And I hadn't stopped going to Strawberry Moon since then. She owns Strawberry Moon. It's up in Aurora. I joined her Kapuli class, and Kapuli was just once a month us meeting and learning a different healing modality. This woman has traveled all over the world, and she's learned healing modalities from different tribes, different teachings, different backgrounds, and she chose to walk the Mayan path. So she is a Mayan elder, a Mayan priestess.
Shout out Natalie because she's
Shout out,
a fucking badass.
she is absolutely amazing, and being in her presence and her just opening that door and reminding, like, there is nothing in this world that's impossible, and that was the big turn for me, and that's how I lead my life now. There's nothing that's unreachable. Anything that we choose is what it is. You can choose to make it easy, you can choose to make it hard, just like all of you sitting here. Owen, right?
Yes.
With your, you know, what you have created. Joel, I've seen you, like, we've been tight since forever.
Yeah.
I've seen you grow in your spirituality and your evolution of who you are,
Years.
and really in that authenticity, and knowing that he's supporting you, like, he's the reason why I know them. He's the reason why I know them, and connected me with people that, you know, I cherish and I care for in my life
He's
very
a
much.
social magnet.
He is a connector of the people. Like, he is the web. You connect with Joel, you're gonna meet so many different people, you know.
Real shit.
And I've always, you know, always sent him prayers, him and his family. I know his wife and his children, and I've always sent them, you know, a lot of love. I know some of his other family. I met him through Felicia's cousin, JD. Mhm.
Hey.
And shout out
Shout
to
out
JD
JD.
out there
Yeah,
doing the
JD,
NASA things.
Real shit.
Yeah, it was just that. It was that big turn of evolution. Like, bro, like, we can create anything we want. This life is so magical. And so because of that, my Kapuli path led me to my Mayan path. I got my Mayan energies read. All of you should. It's amazing. If you dig your zodiac sign, and if you think that's cool, bro, Mayan cosmology will blow your fucking
Indeed.
mind.
No, I believe
Because these are tools. Like, this tells you, oh, here, you want to know who you are? There you go. It gives you a path, period. You know your destiny. You know where you're going. You know your purpose on this fucking earth.
I actually have a
Sheesh.
Mayan scorpion tattooed
And
on
that's
my back.
no- that's
that
no
alone,
mistake.
That alone just taught me a
Yeah.
lot. You just,
Yeah.
you know,
Jeez.
learning about that before I had to put it on my skin.
So
you know,
magical. Because,
Yeah.
you know, like I said, it gave me the ability to be like, okay, I don't have any questions. I know exactly what I'm here to do, and now I lead that path with humility and with dignity and with pride. And I love the fact that now, you know, like, I know who I am. That's beautiful that you guys say that, you know, like, bringing the light into your life and being that, because that's who I am. And being able to share that with people that I come in contact with, everybody I come in contact with, you know, I know what I'm doing now. And
Girl,
and so,
yes you do.
so yeah, that was the big turn. It was, I said, anybody that is interested in doing that, we have different layers of our existence, you know. So we have so many different layers of our existence. We have our physical bodies, right? We have our mental bodies, our emotional bodies, and our spiritual bodies. All of these bodies are asking to be aligned, and following your purpose and your authenticity is the fucking path. Who you are is your path, period. That's when the doors will open. When you're just not scared to be who the fuck you are.
That's
This is
right.
who I am.
Amen.
Authentically me, right?
I've seen that
right.
a lot in his music too
That's
lately.
so
You know what
dope.
I mean? Like, he's kind of let himself free in his music, and you see it, you can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
and
I'm
that's,
sure
you know,
there's
that's why I
also-
fuck with these two, because
excited.
the words that are being spoken in this music is it's like with your plants. That's what music does to us. We're all fucking plants. We're all cannabis.
Yes, we
if you
are.
really want to know, I think we all smoke enough of it to be cannabis. But yeah, we're like the plants. So whatever is being penetrated into our energetic fields is what we're absorbing. And the words that you guys speak in your music and the music that you make together and your mission to be, you know, to spread that word to the people, that's what makes shit magical. I'm super interested in hearing some of you.
I know, I'm
lyrics
excited.
No, it's just-
And
I'm
what
excited.
you say.
And I love how it
What you
all
share.
compares to each
I was
other.
actually curious. I was gonna ask you about, like, you're talking about your, like, layers, you know, and like all those different layers and having them aligned. Do you think that you have different layers for, like, different parts of how you have to interact with different people? You know what I mean? Because I always feel like, you know, you have to be this person at work, you're this person with this person. So it's like you're always playing all these different versions of yourself, right? Like, you have to be professional at work, and you're like, oh, I hate being professional. But then if you're not that person, you need that balance, because then you can't just go out being a dick and an asshole all the time,
Right.
you know? But
Right.
so I was just curious if you think that that's, like, how do you look at that? Is, like, all them being aligned, is that the key to balancing all that, or is it using each one, like to its best ability in a certain situation.
And that's how they come
So
together.
what's dope about that is it's what you want it to be. Each interaction that you have with whoever you're having that interaction with is literally a reflection of you. So you're putting on different hats to interact in different places. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a societal view of how we carry ourselves in specific places, right? Like, as you said, professionally versus with your friends, right? But in all actuality, it is just your identity that you have created of who you think you are that is responding to these different situations, people, place, and thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's exactly what you want it to be. Every interaction you have already played out. Everybody that we're interacting, this right here, this is no mistake. Every single one of us are now sitting in each other's energetic field. So a little piece of me is being fragmented onto you, and you, and vice versa. So we are all kind of, I call it the puddle.
Shut
I
up,
call-
fragment. Shut up.
Right? I call it the soup. The conscious soup, right? It's the consciousness
The
of the
soup kitchen,
universal.
baby.
So you're sucking the soup. We're all getting something from each other right now. So it's, like I said, it's that interaction that you have. It's however you're playing it out in your mind. You are, basically, we're the producer of this whole entire show, and we've handed out scripts to every single person that we come in contact
That's
with.
funny. See, I always looked at that too. I always try to be like, you know, funny and just do stupid shit because I always feel like I want my life to be more like a movie and just like I want like daily adventures.
Fuck it,
like,
let that life be like a
you know what I
movie.
mean? Like,
That's your life to create, your life to like I said, to produce.
Like, I'm here if I gotta act a fool to make someone laugh. Let's do it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
I like
somebody's
to-
gotta do it.
I like to
Oh,
see
definitely.
myself as like,
With the energy.
what do you call them? You know, the
when
ones
the
that
Conductors.
energy,
a conductor. Yeah, so you know,
exactly.
you're like
gotta-
you,
You gotta
you,
raise the frequency.
all of you,
Appreciate
everybody at once. But yeah, that's just what it is. And if you're focusing on the balance within yourself, like I said, we have these different bodies: physical, mental, spiritual, right, emotional. We have all of these bodies.
Yeah, I feel like mine are just.
So right,
and
they're asking to be aligned.
Like on fucking-
The dope thing
low-key
about that is
shit.
you find your one body, you find the one that needs most attention, right? So say you're always in your head all the time, your mental body needs work, you know, your depressed, anxiety, things like that. That's your emotional body. Your physical body, you're in pain, you're aching, all of these things. That's your physical body. You know, things are coming up on your body, on your skin. You're showing sicknesses, rashes, all these different things. That's all a sign of something that's lying underneath. So if you're able to find the specific body that aligns the rest, for me, I know it's physical. If I exercise or walk, then I'm more apt to, you know, having the good things dropping in my brain, the serotonin, the dopamine, so I'm more apt to not be depressed, not be stuck in my head, get my spiritual practices done. We all need that, you know? So you find that one body that kind of domino affects the rest, and just focusing on yourself and what you want to put out in the world. Like you said, you want your life to be a movie, fucking make your life a movie. Make it a movie. It can be fucking entertaining
Exciting.
all the time, however
I like
you
to
want it to
narrate
be.
my life sometimes. It's fun.
Real shit.
Every day.
It's funny to try to think of
It's
yourself
like a
as third
real
person.
sad thriller right now.
But it's funny also
And
because
fuck
we
it.
know people
We got
that
light,
actually
we got
consider
dark.
themselves and talk to themselves like they're third person. You know what I mean? So it's
Uh-huh.
just nuts too.
It's like
But,
being decent in rehab.
Yeah, real shit. But no, and real quick before we go to commercial here, our little break here, starting Wednesday, when it comes to the conversation you just had with Sharisa.
Hey,
Teresa,
Sharisa.
it's too hard for you.
just call me what you call me.
Charmander.
That's what he calls me.
Do you feel like when you changed from this rap persona you started with to this sliding Wednesday thing, or starting Wednesday thing, do you think that has been something that you've had to, you know, shed a level of like having to match yourself up because of like perception of rap, or because of like who you wanted to be versus who you know you are, or like how does that work when it comes to like the whole switch between the music style changes and everything else? You know what I mean?
It was basically just like a switch of persona. Like I was talking about, like, you know, it's a different side of me, a side that I hadn't really got to show because, you know, like in hip hop, you're always just trying to spit the dopest bars. You want to be the best in the track. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna take you out. And so I wanted to just step away from that and be like the me who I've been lately, you know, because you grow up and, you know,
Yeah.
you
Be more introspective
Your
versus
yeah,
music
fucking
you're,
ego
changes.
you're not
versus
just a
leading
young
ego.
hip
Your
hop,
lyrics
so
change.
yeah,
everything
so like
changes.
for me it was like just being to wear, like you said, that different hat, like this other side of me that I haven't really got to show artistically, and basically being able to take all this negative energy and just sadness or whatever I'm going through and to put it into a musical format and something artistic and something constructive, and then I get rid of that and I can grow from it and build, because like I've always felt like sad songs make me happy, like hearing somebody preach to my soul,
Yeah,
feel the
yeah.
same way I feel. So I want to do that as an artist, and I felt like that wasn't something I could do in hip hop. Hip hop, I just wanted to, you know, just talk shit, just fucking rip bars, you know. So I wanted to keep that, and then step into this other side where I could really just, you know, work on myself while like, oh shit, like people like, because when I first wrote a lot of these songs, they were super personal, and I never really put out anything like that. So I was like, and I know all my friends and family are gonna hear this, so like, do I really want to know like what's really stewing? But I just did it, and you know, it was well perceived, and it made me feel like, all right, you know, this is, people just need that shit, you know, like that's how I don't need to put out happy songs to make people happy. I can just put out songs that are getting out this side of me, and then people can interpret it as they will, just like I've always known with music. Like,
And so,
Right.
in doing so, make
People
you
are,
happy.
yeah,
Right.
people are gonna
exactly.
relate to you no
Yeah.
matter what it is that you put out.
That's testimony.
'cause, yeah, like some people will be like, oh, your songs are so sad, and I'll be like, I listen to them and they make me happy. 'cause
I mean,
I'm
Right.
sad girl
you know
music
what
my
I mean?
whole life.
That's literally,
That literally is what motivates
Yeah, like
me.
I love that shit. And
Yeah.
like I just
I mean,
really
I don't like
wanted
to be
to
hurt,
step
but-
into that role and just, yeah, like not really emo, but you know what I mean?
No,
just
I
like
know, I know.
whatever, you know, just
right.
that not give a fuck what anybody thinks. Like,
Heartbreak motivates
No.
me.
wah wah.
Just
Don't
being
get it
real,
twisted,
because
though. You
everybody
can
has
still
that.
wreck a
Everybody
flow.
has that pain. Everybody
Yeah.
has it, for sure.
Every now and then, like we've collabed on a lot of hip hop songs too, just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just to keep, you know, that sword sharp, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, there's definitely that like connotation in you know, in general, like music is hip hop especially is kind of fueled by the ego. So I
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
get like trying to steer away from things that is just like self-appreciating versus like being able to be a little bit more worldly in your like state of mind or your like your way of thinking. Joel, you being a music head and then, you know, only being a DJ for so long, do you like the direction that music is heading, or do you feel like it's kind of all jumbling into like this blob of like cross genre? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
every generation, you just have to, you know, go with that generation, adapt to that style or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't mind it at all. I like all the new stuff. Like, a lot of older cats are used to a certain sound, but, you know, I love bumping the old shit just as much as I love bumping the new shit.
I feel like it just depends on what you're looking for these days. It's like the shit in the mainstream. There is some whack shit for sure, but there's a lot of good boom bap hip hop still being released all the time as well. Like, you know, Griselda and that whole movement, and then all these new. I listen to this show, Rap is Out of Control, every Sunday on Sirius XM, and it's all new shit. But it's a lot of shit you've never even heard of, but it's like, you know,
Really
new
good.
hip hop bangers.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm big into that.
I like to stay current, you know, I like
Yeah,
Definitely.
but there is a lot of dope new shit, and being a DJ, sometimes I'll hate on the sexy reds and all that, but then when I drop that in the club and
Everyone
They
goes
let
wild.
us
And
say-
that's something
People
you
go
know
nuts.
it's the crowd.
I have
right?
a different respect for it after I hear it like that. you know?
That,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's music doing its job.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure, but
That's
don't
why
get me
it's
wrong,
so
I
hard
think,
to hate
I
on
think there's
music
some whack
because
shit.
like even like a song like that, like you could hate on it, but it has its like a specific place. Yeah, that's what it's
sure.
made for.
Yeah.
You know,
No, for
and
sure.
so like that's what music
You
is. Like
drop
it's
it at
not
the right
one
moment,
song
too.
for everything.
Yeah.
It's a little song for one little piece, and that's the same way with making music. It's
Yeah.
hundreds of little things that make one big thing. And,
Yeah.
like I can never say what's my favorite genre, song, artist. It's just there's just too much shit. Like
Yeah.
this is my favorite. This is my favorite.
Well,
that.
especially now,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know,
Same.
before we can kind of be a little bit closed-minded on what we listen to, but now we have listened to literally 5 or 6 decades of music and can still build influence off of that. So
Yeah,
it's,
well,
There's
there's
so
like
much to choose
60,000
from now,
songs
too.
uploaded a day to Spotify. It's like, how are you supposed to compete with that? There's so much
no
shit.
Yeah.
And just to like punch through, that's the hard part. you
And
know,
some
like-
people have the time / energy / funding to be able to push that stuff consistently. I've said it multiple times in terms of our own music. I feel like if we finally figured out a way to consistently put out the music we wanted to without taking the energy to have to record stuff, because while I went to school for engineering, I feel like if I am doing a bunch of things halfway, right, trying to fucking spread this energy everywhere I can, and it's like I'm getting 70% in most of the stuff I'm doing versus focusing 100% on the stuff I know I can control, which is promoting, getting shows, you know, me and Sarah actually writing and actually performing them. I feel like that would
And just
change the
staying
game for us in terms of
consistent.
like where our trajectory would
I
be
think
going,
you guys
know?
have been pretty consistent too, so that's
Thank you.
a big thing too. It's
Thank
just
you.
constantly making new music.
I appreciate that. For sure. Well, hey, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll dive a little bit further into Charmander's next goals, and
Get over to Owen.
that's right. Talk a little bit more DJ
Thriller.
Thriller. That's right. So yeah, thank you all for listening. Make sure y'all listen in every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m.
At High Key Stars and Afflictions Power Couple Podcast.
Bow.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, sick. Hey, look.
Oh, this is so fucking cute, dude.
Love this.
That's a
His
sticker.
cousin Katrina did that little before me. I got it tattooed.
I got plenty of sticks, bro. Here, I got you.
I should have brought some. I have some dope ones.
I fuck with these 90s
Dude,
vibes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Saved
like,
by the Bell.
I did a rough sketch of Saved by the Bell and sent it to my tattoo artist, and I was like, make me a logo. And she
I
did
fucking
it.
see that shit.
Is that what you said? You wanted sticks?
Oh, I should have brought some stickers.
Oh, stickers. That's what you said. I thought you said sticks. Fuck that.
That's fine.
You broke the cream cheese.
I've never seen those.
I'll look up the sticks.
That was a good hype.
Yeah, let's just roll up some more.
Yeah, let's do it.
That shit's fun. This is what I was telling him. I was like, I spend all my time like making music, and I don't ever do fun stuff with my music. I just like stay at home, record, write, you know, and like go outside, like. And it's like I want to go out, like promote
Hey, this
shit,
is my
like.
friend Dominic, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Go home with
Donna,
that.
Donna.
Like, I
Okay,
don't
just show us
talk
tomorrow.
about music. Like, I work, I run a kitchen at high school, so I just like,
Oh, okay.
like all day just kind of feed thousands of fucking hungry ass kids and shit.
Yeah. And listen to music you want to while doing that, though?
No, not really. Only because like we don't get no reception in there for some reason. Like
Oh.
I think so. Like the students can't be on their phones all day and
Oh,
shit.
really?
Like certain shit will work, but like yeah, I be trying to like play Spotify and it don't work.
Joelle,
I work with like young people and old people.
at one
so
point in time in life, you were
it's hard to
making
do
music.
on the
wonder.
radio 'cause it's
At
like-
one point in time, you were making music. I haven't seen nothing. Nothing.
I just haven't really been putting a lot of it out there. Like I record at his house, and I won't like do anything with it. I just listen to it on my
Rap
phone.
battles in your kitchen were epic, bro.
Yeah, I want to put some more shit out. I wanted to make like an account so that way I could stream it on all the shit. You know what I mean? I never really took the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Once I started working with Owen, like that was been my main passion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
working with the slams. I'm there you know, 5 days a week, but I feel like I'm there fucking like my second home. You know what I mean? Like I'm there all day and loving it though, because we're always doing new shit. You know, we're getting new, soil. We're getting new strains. You know, to see how a new strain's gonna yield, how it's gonna produce. Like it's gonna be on fire. Like.
Yeah, that's
Right
your
now,
love.
yeah,
That's your love.
I brought a couple strains that we just grew that are hella good. I'm just like, man, like, I can't wait to see what other people think of it when they buy it. You know what I mean? Like, get that feedback.
Put it on the fridge. The fridge is covered in stickers.
I was gonna put it on
I still fuck with the music just because
Yeah.
You know, whatever he's recording, he might send me a beat, I'm like, let's record, you know, and I get all the features for homies, like, just hit me up, like, hey, I got this beat, I thought of you, like, you wanna write some shit to it? And I'm like, fuck yeah, and I'll bang it out in a day or two, you know what I mean? But I've been meaning to get with him, but he's been working on his own things, so I'm like, you know, I'm not in a rush. You know what I mean? I'll put it out and then we'll go.
Man, they can go and they come to me like, I'm so
Yeah, I need to
Pop that shit like you pay
because
attention.
I need a chaser. That's why.
Put a little slot.